Hello students, welcome to another video of number theory. Today we are going to discuss the last topic of our second chapter, the Chinese remainder theorem. The Chinese remainder theorem. The word, this name Chinese remainder theorem comes since this method is first of all discovered in China. So the name is Chinese remainder theorem. The statement of the theorem is let m1 m2 up to mr be the positive integers such that these integers are relatively prime in pairs. That is, this if we make the pair of m1 m2, then their GCD is 1. If we make the pair of m1 m3, again GCD is 1. If we make the pair of m2 m3 m2 m4 up to m2 mr, then m3 mr, all the pairs are relatively prime such that they are relatively prime in pairs, relatively prime in pairs, and let a1 a2 up to ar be any integers then the congruence, that is, the following congruences: x is congruent to a1 modulo m1, x is congruent to a2 modulo m2, up to x is congruent to ar modulo mr, have a solution, common solution, that is these m1 m2 up to mr, these r congruences has a common solution, that is there exists an integer x which satisfies this, that x is congruent to a1 modulo m1, that x is again congruent to a2 modulo m2 up to x is congruent to ar modulo mr, that is that x satisfies these all r congruences. In this chapter till now we have seen that single congruence, solution of the single congruence, and some theorems on that. Now in this topic we are going to find the solution of the, suppose these r congruences, and that r congruences have a common solution, that is one single integer satisfies all these congruences. So theorem says that if m1 m2 up to mr be the positive integers such that they are relatively prime, that is these all integers are relatively prime in pairs, this is given thing. Also a1 a2 up to ar be any integers, then these congruences have a common solution. Also this theorem says that if x naught is a one such solution, then an integer x satisfies above congruences, that is, suppose this is equation number star, equation of all the congruences satisfies equation star if and only if x is of the form, if x naught is one such solution, then other solutions x is of the form x is equals to x naught plus km, where this k is an integer and this small m is multiplication of all mi's, that is multiplication of m1 m2 up to mr. So in this theorem we have given that m1 m2 up to mr be the positive integers and the integers are relatively prime in pairs. Also we have given that a1 a2 up to ar are any integers, so there is no restriction on ai's, that is here m1 m2 m are be positive integers and a1 a2 up to ar be any integers. Then these congruences, that is these 1 2 3 up to r are simultaneous congruences has a common solution, that x naught, if x naught is first common solution, then other solutions are of the form x naught plus km, where k is any integer and m is the multiplication of all these m1 m2 up to mr. Now to prove this theorem, in the proof we have given these m1 m2 up to mr are relatively prime in pairs, and also we have given this m is multiplication of m1 m2 up to mr. So here first we will take the given thing, m is equals to multiplication of m1 m2 up to mr. So clearly we can say that this m is multiplication of these r integers, and the integers are, these integers are relatively prime in pairs. So if we divide this m by any of these integers, that is m by mj, then this m by mj is again an integer, since if we dividing this mj, here j running from 1 to r, so if we divide this m by m1, then we will get this m1 m1 gets cancelled, the multiplication of remaining r minus 1 integers is again an integer. So m by mj is an integer, and also if we take the GCD of m by mj with that mj, here m by mj is again integer, we are dividing this number by mj and taking the GCD of m by mj, that is if we suppose divide this number m by m1, then we get this number, that is multiplication of m2 m3 up to mr. Then if you take the GCD of m by suppose m1 with m1, then their GCD clearly 1, since these integers are relatively prime in pairs, that is GCD of these two integers is 1, GCD of again the remaining two integers is 1. If we pair this m1 with any of these numbers, then their GCD is 1. So if we divide this number by m1, then m by m1, and taking GCD with m1, then clearly that GCD be 1. So m by mj, GCD of m by mj with mj is 1. Now we know that if GCD of a and m is equals to 1, then the congruence ax is congruent to 1 mod m has solution. So by using GCD of a and m is equals to 1 if and only if ax is congruent to 1 mod m has solution. Using this result, here a is equals to m by mj and m is equals to mj, we can write m by mj into x is congruent to 1 modulo mj. M by mj into x is congruent to 1 mod mj has solution. Suppose that solution be some bj. M by mj into x is congruent to 1 mod mj. Here mj, j varies from 1 to r. So if we take bj, suppose if we take mj is equals to m1, then m by m1 into x is congruent to suppose 1 mod m1 has solution b1. If we take 2, j is equals to 2, then we get the solution b2. So we are taking this notation bj. M by mj is congruent, m by mj x is congruent to 1 mod mj as solution bj. Therefore this bj satisfies this congruence, that is this m by mj into x is into bj is congruent to 1 modulo mj. Now clearly we can see that this m by mj into bj is congruent to 0 modulo sum mi, where this I not equals to j. Since this m by mj is multiple of mi, which is not equals to j. Since if we take, suppose I will do here some rough work. Suppose here we have m is equals to m1 into m2 up to this mr. So m by mj will become our multiplication of m1 into m2 up to mj minus 1 into mj gets cancelled. So mj plus 1 into mr, this m by mj. We are dividing this number by j. So we get m by mj is equals to this. Now clearly we can say that this m by mj is multiple of mi. This m by mj is multiple of mi, since this I is not equals to j. So instead of mj, any other integer mi divides this number. Since m by mj is this number, and for example, if we divide this m by suppose m3, then m by m3 is m1, m2, m4 up to mr. Then clearly m1 divides this m by m3. If you are not getting, if you take this number, m is equals to m1 into m2 into m3 up to mr, and then we take m by m3 suppose, then m by m3 is m1 into m2 into m4 up to mr. Then clearly this m by m3, which is equals to this, is multiple of m1, multiple of m2, multiple of m4 up to multiple of mr. This number is multiple of these numbers. So clearly if we divide this number by any of these numbers, then, or we take this number under modulo any mi, then surely the remainder will be 0. So hence this m by mj is multiple of mi, since m by mj is this number, and if we take this m by mj under modulo mi, that I is different than j, that is we dividing this number by any mi, or we taking this number under modulo mi, then the remainder will be 0, since this m by mj is multiple of mi. This all is rough work, so there is no need to write this in proof. So clearly we can say that m by mj into bj is congruent to 0 modulo mi. Now we are going to show that, we are just proving that these simultaneous congruences have a common solution x naught. Suppose or consider one integer, consider x naught is equals to, summation j running from 1 to r m by mj into bj aj m by mj bj aj, summation of all these j running from 1 to r, that is m by m1 b1 a1, m by m2 b1 a2, taking summation of all these numbers. Or this, if we run this summation, we get m by m1 b1 a1 plus m by m2 b2 a2 plus up to m by mr br ar. Now if we consider this number under modulo mi, now consider x naught under modulo mi, then we get x naught is congruent to this. If we take this number under modulo mi, and clearly we can say that mi means I running from 1 to up to r, 1 to up to r, and I not equals to j. If we take this number under modulo mi, then clearly that mi, that is if you take under modulo m1, then this m1 m by m1, if we take this x naught under modulo mi, then this m by m1 is multiple of mi, m by m2 is again multiple of mi, m by mr is again multiple of mi, instead of m by mi, since by equation number, suppose in this m by mj is congruent to 0 modulo mi for I not equals to j. If I and j are different, then m by mj is congruent to 0 modulo mi. So if you take this number under modulo mi, then this m by m1 is congruent to 0, m by m2 is congruent to 0, since just here 1 is not equals to I, 2 is not equals to I, so only one term remain in this summation, which is m by mi, this bi ai. Since for I not equals to j, all these m by mj bj is congruent to 0. So m by m1 b1 is congruent to 0, m by m2 b2 is congruent to 0. Only m by mi bi ai is not congruent to 0. So if you take this number under modulo mi, then we get m by m, this x naught is congruent to m by mi bi ai under modulo mi. This is by this step. Suppose this is equation number 1, or suppose this is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. So by equation 2, this is by using equation number 2, and equation number 2 says that m by mj is congruent to m by mj bj is congruent to 0 under modulo mi for I not equals to j. So all the terms become 0, only m by mi, this m by mi bi ai remains here. So x naught is congruent to m by mi bi ai modulo mi. So this gives x naught is solution under modulo x naught is solution of the simultaneous congruence, that is a1 a2 up to ar. This gives, which is congruent to, this x naught is congruent to m by mi bi ai modulo mi, and which is congruent to ai modulo mi. Since m by mi into bi under modulo mi is, by equation number 1, m by mi bi is congruent to 1 modulo mi. m by mj is congruent to m by mj into bj is congruent to 1 modulo mj. So instead of we just change notation, then we get m by mi into bi is congruent to 1 modulo mi. So by using equation 1, we can write m by mi into bi is congruent to 1 modulo mi. So this is by using equation number 1. So x naught is congruent to ai modulo mi, I running from 1 to r, that is x naught is solution of a1 modulo m1, x naught is solution of a2 modulo m2 up to x naught is solution of am modulo, sorry, ar modulo mr. Hence this x naught is solution. This x naught is common solution of, suppose equation number star, that is system star. And now we are going to prove that if the other solutions are of the form x naught plus mk, take x and x naught are two solutions. If x and x naught are two solutions of system star, x and x naught are two solutions of the system star, means x satisfies this system and x naught is again satisfies this system. So we can write x is congruent to a1 modulo m1, that x is congruent to a2 modulo m2, similarly this x is congruent to ar modulo mr, since x is solution of the system. Also this x naught is solution, so we can write x naught is congruent to a1 modulo m1, this x naught is again congruent to a2 modulo m2 up to this x naught is congruent to ar modulo mr. Now here x is congruent to ar, and rearranging, if we rearrange this, we will get, so in the next step we will just rearrange this congruence by using a is congruent to b mod m, then b is congruent to a mod m. So this implies this x is congruent to a1 modulo m1, x is congruent to a2 modulo m2 up to x is congruent to ar modulo mr, and this a1 is congruent to x naught modulo m1, this a2 is congruent to x naught modulo m2 up to ar is congruent to x naught modulo mr. So here x is congruent to a1 and a1 is congruent to x naught, x is congruent to a2 and a2 is congruent to x naught, x is congruent to ar and ar is congruent to a naught, sorry x naught. Then this gives us x is congruent to x naught under modulo m1, x is congruent to x naught under modulo m2 up to x is congruent to ar modulo up to x is congruent to x naught under modulo mr. This is by using transitivity, that is a is congruent to b and b is congruent to c, then a is congruent to c by transitivity. So just I will write x is congruent to x naught modulo mi, where this I running from 1 to up to r. Therefore we can write x is congruent to x naught under modulo m, x naught under modulo m, because x is congruent to x naught modulo mi, I running from 1 to m. Then the multiplication of these i's, that is multiplication of m1 into m2 up to mr, is just least common multiple, and using the result x is congruent to y modulo mi, if and only if, then x is congruent to y modulo LCM of mi, that is LCM of m1 m2 up to mr. Using this result, here x is congruent to x naught modulo mi, I running from 1 to r, then the LCM of this m1 m2 up to mr is multiplication of m1 m2 up to mr, and multiplication of m1 m2 up to mr is m. So x is congruent to x naught modulo m. Therefore we can write this m divides x minus x naught by using definition of congruence. And now definition of divisibility, we can write x minus x naught is equals to m into k, where k is an integer by definition of divisibility. So rearranging this, we get x is equals to x naught plus mk, hence the proof of this theorem. So in the Chinese remainder theorem, we have seen the statement of the theorem m1 m2 up to mr be positive integers such that they are relatively prime in pairs, and a1 a2 up to ar be any integers. Then this system of congruence has common solution, and this x naught is common solution. Then x is equals to x naught plus mk are the remaining solutions. Here we have given m is of the form this, and by dividing this m by mj, we get m by mj as integer, and taking GCD of m by mj with mj, which is equals to 1, and using this result we can write m by mj into x is congruent to 1 mod mj, and this congruence has solution, that solution will be bj, then that bj satisfies this congruence, so we can write m by mj bj is congruent to 1 mod mj. This is equation number 1, and clearly we can say that m by mj into bj is congruent to 0 modulo mi, since mi is integer in between m1 m2 up to mj minus 1 and mj plus 1 up to mr. So that number must divide this number, and we know that the multiple of this number is congruent to 0. So m by mj bj is congruent to 0 modulo mi. Don't make the confusion between the notations here. M by mj bj is congruent to 0 modulo mi, and here m by mj bj is congruent to 1 modulo mj. Now we are going to use these two equations. Here we have considered the x naught such that the x naught is summation, here is the construction of the proof. Consider x naught is equals to summation of j running from 1 to r m by mj bj. Running this summation, we get this, and by equation number 2 we have m by mj bj is congruent to 0. If I not equals to j, then these all numbers are congruent to 0. If I is equals to I, then we cannot say that the remainder is 0 or something else. So m by mj bj, if we take I not equals to j, then I is different than j, then m by mj is congruent to 0 modulo mi. Using this result here, we get m by m1 into b1 is congruent to 0, m by m2 into b2 into a2 is congruent to 0, up to all the terms are congruent to 0 except m by mi. So x naught is congruent. If we take this number under modulo mi, then we get m by x naught is congruent to m by mi, bi ai under modulo mi. So also from equation when we have m by mj bj is congruent to 1 modulo mj. So m by mi bi is congruent to 1 modulo mi. Using that result here, we get x naught is congruent to ai modulo mi. That is here I running from 1 to r. So x naught is common solution of a1 modulo m1, a2 modulo m2 up to ar modulo mr. So x naught is solution of the system. And now we have proved the other solutions of x are of the form x naught plus km. To prove this, we have taken x and x naught are two solutions. Since these are two solutions of the that system, then these two solutions satisfies the system. So here x satisfies the system, x naught satisfies the system. So using the result, a is congruent to b mod m, then this b is congruent to a mod m, we get this. And using the transitivity, we can write x is congruent to x naught modulo m1, x is congruent to x naught modulo m2, x is congruent to x naught modulo mr. And just writing this whole system in single congruence, that is x is congruent to x naught modulo mi, I running from 1 to r. And using the result, x is congruent to y modulo mi, then x is congruent to y modulo LCM of mi. And we know that these m1 m2 up to mr all are relatively prime to each other, that is relatively prime in pairs. Then their LCM is multiplication of these integers, and multiplication of m1 m2 up to mr is m. So x is congruent to x naught modulo m. Using this result and using definition of congruence and divisibility, we get x is equals to x naught plus mk, where k is an integer. Hence the proof of Chinese remainder theorem. Now we are going to take one example, and here our second chapter ends after this example. Example is solve the following system of congruence. Solve the following system of congruence. X is congruent to 1 modulo 3, x is congruent to 2 modulo 4, and x is congruent to 3 modulo 5. These mi's, that is 3, 4 and 5, are relatively prime in pairs, that is GCD of 3 and 4 is 1, GCD of 3 and 5 is 1, GCD of 4 and 5 is 1. So these integers are relatively prime in pairs. So to solve this example, we have a1 is equals to 1, a2, a3, m1, m2, m3. So here a1 is equals to 1, a2 is equals to 2, a3 is equals to 3, m1 is equals to 3, m2 is equals to 4, and m3 is equals to 5. Now we are going to check the GCD of m by mj with mj, that is GCD of multiplication of these integers. We are going to check the GCD is 1 or not. Clearly the GCD is 1, since here m is multiplication of mi, that is 3 into 4 into 5. 3 into 4 into 5 is 60, and GCD of 60 with, if we divide this number by 1, that is m by m1, that is 60 by 3 is 20, and GCD of 20 with 3 is 1. Now m by m2, that is 60 by 4, and 60 by 4 is 15, and GCD of 15 with 4 is again 1. Similarly m by m3, that is 60 by 5, which is equals to 12, and GCD of 12 with 5 is 1. So GCD of m by mj with mj is 1. So our condition of the theorem is satisfied. Now we are going to find bj. Now we have to find bj such that this m by mj into bj is congruent to 1 modulo mj. Now here m by m1 into b1, first of all we will find m by m1 into b1, that is we will find the value of b1 here, not I, b1, which is congruent to 1 under modulo m1. So m by m1 is 20, and 20 into b1 is congruent to 1 modulo m1 is 3. So we are going to find the value of b1. So using definition of congruence, we can write 3 divides 20 b1 minus 1. So from this we can say that if b1 is equals to, or we can rearrange this, 20 b1 minus 1 is equals to 3k. If you take the value of b1 is equals to 1, then 20 minus 1 is not divisible by 3, since 20 minus 1 is 19. If you take b1 is equals to 2, then 20 into 2 is 40, 40 minus 1 is 39, and 3 divides 39. So b1 is equals to 2. Now m by m2 into b2 is congruent to 1 modulo m2. So m by m2 is 15. 15 b2 is congruent to 1 modulo 4. So we can write by definition of congruence, 4 divides 15 b2 minus 1. Now if you take the value of b2 is equals to 1, then 15 minus 1 is 14, and 4 doesn't divide 14. If you take the value of b2 is equals to 2, then 15 2s are 30, 30 minus 1 is 29, and 4 doesn't divide 29. We put the value of b2 is equals to suppose 3, and 15 3s are 45, 45 minus 1 44, and 4 divides 44. This gives b2 is equals to 3. Similarly, we are going to find the value of b3. m by m3 into b3 is congruent to 1 modulo m3, that is m by m3 is 12. So 12 b3 is congruent to 1 modulo m3 is 3 4 5. So we can write 5 divides 12 b3 minus 1. Now if we put the value of b3 is equals to 1, then 12 minus 1 is 11, 5 doesn't divide 11. b3 is equals to 2 gives 12 2s are 24 minus 1 23, 5 doesn't divide 23. So if we put b3 is equals to 3, then 12 3s are 36 minus 1 35, 5 divides 35. So b3 is equals to 3. Now we have x naught is equals to summation of j running from 1 to here b1 b2 b3. So 1 to 3 m by mj bj aj. This is the solution x naught. We have find these values b1 b2 b3 to put the values here. So m by m1 b1 a1 plus m by m2 b2 a2 plus m by m3 b3 a3 gives us m by m1 is 20 into b1 is 2 into a1 is 1 plus m by m2 is 15 into b2 is 3 and a2 is 2 plus m by m3 is 12, b3 is 3, and this is a3 is 3. So 22s are 40 plus 15 3s are 45, 2s are 90 plus 12 3 36, 3 108. So adding these numbers we get 90, 40, 130, 130, 238, 238, and we get now we are going to take this number under modulo m, that is multiplication of all mi's. We get, now consider this x naught under modulo x is congruent to x naught under modulo m, which is congruent to x naught is 238 under modulo m, that is m is multiplication of m1 m2 m3 3 4 into 5, so which is 60. Now this 238 is congruent to 58 under modulo 60, so x naught is equals to this 58 is the solution of the system of the congruence. So 58 is solution of the above system.